Most YouTubers out there never ever get monetized and never ever make any money with their social media. And there are a lot of reasons why that I want to share with you. And number one would be something that I struggled with for a very long time. You see, when I first started to film for this YouTube channel, I really struggled. I thought I'm going to make a YouTube channel about growing on YouTube. And so I took out my phone and I started to put it out, and I couldn't say a single word. So I stopped, and I tried a few weeks later and I tried again, and same thing, I stopped. And eventually I started mumbling out 2 or 3 words, and eventually I made this YouTube channel. But before that, I was thinking for a very long time about starting a YouTube channel without ever thinking that without actually doing it. I was thinking about it, but I wasn't doing it. And that's something that a lot of people struggle with. Because they hear those statistics of never making money, never getting monetized, never getting 1,000 subscribers, most people don't even film their very first YouTube video. And when you're not filming that first YouTube video, obviously you're not going to get those subscribers because you're waiting for the right time. You're waiting for when the lighting is good, when you have a good camera, when you have better sound, when there aren't any noises out there. But that's stopping you from actually creating content. Or maybe you're thinking, I want to make this video perfect. This video has to be perfect so that I make that very first video, I get 500 views on that, 1,000 views. And then I'm going to think, this is good, I'm good at this, and I can make this. But the problem with that is the same thing happens. You're going to film the video, look at it again, think this is not good enough, film it again. Maybe you're stuck on scripting the video, you're scripting every single word and it just doesn't come right. And then you're filming it and you're reading off a script and it still isn't right. And everything that you do with that video, if you want to put it out, it's going to take you maybe 6 months to make a video. Because then you're going to have the editing, you're going to have to cut out every single blank on that video. But most people most people will do that, and they don't realize that taking 6 months to make a video is not something that's one, sustainable, but two, they're not getting the practice. When you first start to have a YouTube video, it doesn't need to be perfect, it needs to be done. It doesn't matter, and I'm going to say it, your video is not going to be good. If you haven't made a YouTube video yet, the first 10 videos are not going to be good. And you can look at anyone that you look up to, whether that's Mr. Beast, or somebody smaller, their first video wasn't good. And you just have to have that in mind, and if you make crappy content, that's a good thing. If you try to make a perfect content, then it's not good. And then you have to improve on the content that you first made. So your second video should be a bit better than your first one. But it's probably still going to be bad. But if you do that over and over and over again, in 2 months, you're going to have camera presence. You're going to know how to tell stories. You're going to have everything that you need to have in order to make a great YouTube video. But you just need to get started. The next thing is you need to have a direction. I was lucky because I knew that I wanted to grow on YouTube, and I wanted this channel to be about growing on YouTube. The next thing is you need to have direction. I realized that the next thing is you need to have direction, because I was lucky with that. I knew that I wanted to make a channel about growing and having my journey on YouTube. But some other people, and this might be you, might not know what you want to do first. You might have different interests and what should I do? And I would suggest you try, but then you need to have a direction. And this can come through coaching, this can come through talking about it with some friends if you're lucky enough to have some friends that are interested in the same things as you, and all sorts of different things that go in that direction and guide you to where you want to be. And coaching and courses are a great way to figure that out. And that's something that's important, because if you make a video about growing on YouTube, then you make a video about playing tennis, and the week after that you make a video about cars, then people are going to be confused, and the people who subscribe because of cars are not going to be interested in the content about YouTube, and the people that are interested in YouTube are not going to be interested in tennis. And so you need to have a direction. Sure, you can talk about your passions in a quick way, in some way, shape, or form in your videos, because that adds personality. People like to have a real human in front of them, but some things are not relevant to your channel. Even though you're passionate about them, you need to have a channel that's focused around something, and hopefully something that can make you a business, or that you can build a business out of that. But most things you can, and most things are, you're more than able to make a great living if you're doing the things the right way. The next thing is consistency. Now, I haven't been the best at this because I've skipped some weeks, I've skipped some days, but for the most part, I put out 3 videos a week, and I'm trying as hard as I can to do this. And this is important for a few different reasons. The first thing is your audience. Your audience is not going to forget about you if you put out a video every week, or 3 videos a week, or 2. And the second thing is the algorithm is going to have so much more data to put the right content in front of the right viewer, because they listen to your content. They know who's going to click, who's going to watch till the end, who's interested in that sort of content. And so the algorithm will reward you for it. Even though it's not really trying to reward you, it will have more data in order to reward you. But also, if you put out 3 videos a week instead of once a month, you'll have so many more ways, or so many more opportunities to have one video go completely viral. And that's something that can change your YouTube channel, but also your life forever. Most YouTubers figure that out. They're trying to do something, nothing hits until they have one big viral video, and that changes everything. They get the watch time, they get their subscribers, and then they have people coming back that enjoy that kind of content, that they enjoy their personality, and that's something that you want to strive for. And also, you just simply get better, and you, on top of YouTube having more data, you also have more data to know what your audience wants to see, what they click on, what they don't, and what they enjoy talking about. So that's something that you really want to take care of. The issue with that is sometimes the very first video that you make is going to go viral. But most of the time, 99% of the time, it's going to take you way more than that. And it can take you a week, it can take you a month, it can take you a year, and it can take you 2 years. And anything between every one of that. And a lot of people just simply quit too soon, because they have videos that get 5 views, 10 views, 6 views, and then they have a viral one that gets 15 views. And they just think, I'm not good at this is not made for me, and I can't make it on YouTube. Those other people, they're the ones that make the money, they're the ones that get the views, but I just simply can't do that. I've been trying for 2 weeks, and I just cannot get any views. If that happens to you, one, you need to improve, because that's just the way YouTube works. You need to be better than the last video, just like I said. But two, you just can't quit. If you quit, it's just the best that's the only way to fail. If you quit, that is the only way to fail. And if you continue, there's only one outcome that's possible. If you continue, you try to improve, and you do everything right that I said from the beginning of this video, your videos are going to go well. And I'm not saying you're going to get millions of views, but you don't need to get millions of views in order to get monetized, and you don't need to make 1 million views in order to make a substantial income that wouldn't be possible without YouTube, and would only be or wouldn't be possible with a normal job. So let me know, what are the tips? What are you struggling with on YouTube right now? Is it because you haven't made your first video? Is it because you're struggling to stay consistent? What is it that's blocking you from succeeding on YouTube? Let me know in the comments. And also, watch this video because YouTube thinks that you should watch, and because they have so much data on you, it's probably a good idea that you do watch that video.